Oh my god, I screwed up. I should have called it Hob Night. That's so brilliant, Arcane. What's up? What's up, Fury Fighter? What's up, Manic? Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing quite good. It's been an eventful couple days, I think. So I hope you're all here and well and whole and ready for some spoops, I guess. Yeah, man. I've been doing a lot. I've been out a lot. I've been going places, doing things. I mean, yesterday we went to a cookout, like a Memorial Day cookout, and it was fun. We had a really good time. We did a lot of hanging out and a lot of talking, a lot of drinking and stuff. What's up, Lodry? What's up, Mizra? Lodry, you haven't heard of this one? Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, it is recent. It was September of last year that this came out, published by Jedi. But we'll talk more about this in a minute. But yeah, had a really fun time yesterday, and then last night was interesting because I had some time, and I was really struggling to find something to play, and I came this close to starting Jedi Fallen Order, and I just didn't, because I just didn't really have the energy for it. So I ended up watching some more Mob Psycho instead, and that was fun. I had a good time doing that. So no harm, no foul there. And then today we rather leisurely went up to Knott's Berry Farm because we have season passes. Kids had a great time there, went on a ton of rides and stuff, had some burgers for lunch. So, but I mean, big party yesterday with lots of drinking, and then theme park with the kids today means I'm pretty well beat. I'm pretty well knackered, as they say in some parts of the world. So I told y'all that I didn't have a plan for tonight, right? I told y'all as late as the end of Saturday's stream that I didn't know in prime condition to solve puzzles. Yeah, I told y'all I did not have this week planned out. I didn't know we were gonna be starting on Monday. You'd have to show up and find out. Well, I seriously decided on this about 15 minutes ago. I've been sitting here for the last hour, like looking through my notes, looking through my Steam and GOG archives, just being like, what am I gonna do? Obviously I wanted to do something, but the problem was not that there was nothing I wanted to do. The problem was that there were too many things I wanted to do. I was very close to starting Limbo. For those of you that were interested in a older puzzly platformer experience, I was pretty close to starting Superliminal, spending tonight playing that. I was close to... There was something else. What was that other thing? What was that other thing I was considering? Oh, Monkey Island! I almost started at Monkey Island tonight. And some other stuff that I'm going to be a bit coy about because we haven't really talked about it as possibilities as of late. But Superliminal is very good. It looks really good. It looks really good. I ultimately landed on this one for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to play something I hadn't played before. It really came down to this or Limbo, and I almost went with Limbo. But I felt like doing something new. I felt like experiencing something I hadn't experienced before. Entirely possible we pick up Limbo next week and do like a puzzle platformery week of games next week. But yeah, I wanted to do something new. I wanted to do something with a sort of retro feel to it, and point and click adventures are always good for that. They always harken back to bygone era. Well, not really bygone. Past eras of gaming. And yeah, I'm just really curious about this one. I've been thinking about starting this one up for a while, and It's got a look and a feel that I'm down for. It's elements of it kind of remind me of The Last Door, which I've talked about endlessly as one of my favorite point-and-click adventures and one of my favorite horror games of all time. So yes, we are doing Excavation of Hobbs Barrow tonight and tomorrow. I think it's a 2-night game. I suspect, but if it isn't, whatever. We've got a whole extra day. We've got Wednesday yet unspoken for. If you think I didn't plan tonight out, oh buddy, let me tell you about Wednesday. Wednesday is super double plus not planned out. You're playing Dragon's Dogma, are ya? Farming vocation levels, rerolling chests, nice. You can give it a break for a few days and go back to Harvestella? Nice. Artist seems a tad late, hope it's not technical. You could always try refreshing. Internet's still clean for now. Don't wanna jinx it by saying too much, but I mean, yeah. Everything seems on the level at the moment. What's up, Helvey? Heard of this game and then forgot about it. Well, I'm glad I can bring it back to the forefront of your mind. I'm a big WoW Jedi fan. I really enjoy their games. They're not perfect. I certainly have nits to pick with the ones that I've played, but overall, they're very high quality point-and-click adventure games. I really like the vibes that they go for. And then when they released this one, I was captivated. Again, probably because of the similarities to The Last Door, which I absolutely adore. It seems like a Last Door style point-and-click adventure game where you can actually see what things are, which has a certain level of appeal to me. It's like The Last Door with some of the aesthetics of Blasphemous is kind of what I see here. Hopefully not too abominable in their fleshy machinations, but we'll find out together, won't we? Fury Fighters transplaying some weirdness from Discord. What's up, 2-Hit? Good to see you tonight. Need to play through the WoW Jedi library someday. I feel like we all do. I mean, let's review, shall we? Let's pop over there real quick. Because I own almost all their games at this point. So yeah, Excavation of Hobbs Barrow just came out in September. The year before that was Strangeland, which I haven't played, and we also talked about streaming that, so that might. I mean, that might come up. Honestly, if we have a really good time with Excavation of Hobbs Barrow, I could be tempted to just kick straight over to this as soon as next week. Unavowed seems like a pretty neat, like, supernatural noir style game. Shardlight, I don't remember anything about. Techno Babylon, I have played. That one was very solid. Golden Wake is one of the very few games of theirs I don't have. Blackwell, we've talked about Blackwell. I streamed part of the first game. I don't think it's good streaming material, at least the first one, but there is a quintilogy 5-game series of Blackwell games. So if you get into what they're selling, there's plenty of it. The Shiva I have played. I think this is like a re-release of their first or one of their first games, and it's solid. It's solid. Certainly not the best point-and-click adventure I've ever played. Primordia is excellent. Primordia is just super good. I loved playing through this. I don't love the ending, funny enough. The ending goes in a direction that I wouldn't, like, I don't... I personally wouldn't have resolved things the way they chose to, and they don't really give you a choice in the game, but aside from that, A+, like, absolutely love it. Haven't played Resonance, and then way down here at the bottom that you can't see because I'm all zoomed in, is Gemini Rue. Which is another one of their very early games. A sci-fi detective story. Very rough around the edges, but still very much worth playing. It has a neat little pseudo combat system baked into it too. Your residents in Gemini Rue confused all the time. What's up, not roguelike? Good to see you. You've heard unkind things about a Golden Wake. I don't even know what it's about. Also, I don't know why I own all of their games, but not this one. Rise and Fall, story of a real estate agent in 1920s Miami, based on historical events from Francisco Gonzalez, creator of the Ben Jordan Paranormal Investigator series, Shardlight and Lamplight City. Shardlight and Lamplight City are supposed to be good, aren't they? I wonder, is there like a Wadjet Eye pack that just excluded a Golden Wake? Well, there's whatever this is. Dark Futures. All right, well, these are bundled. Gemini Rue, Primordia, Techno Babylon, and Shardlight. Hey, I own Shardlight. How about that? Shardlight's on. Of course we do. It's a Wadjet Eye game, and we just went through the list. I'm brilliant. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there, chat. Golden Wake was just published by Wadjet for a while and no longer is. Really? Oh, you're right. Yeah, they let go of that one. Yeah, it's now it's technically self-published, so wonder how much I should read into that. Fear you like to watch these types of games with people instead of playing them myself. I have 2 brain cells short of thinking. I mean, sometimes it can be really, really fun. Sometimes like you know, depending on the spoiler policy, sometimes sussing this stuff out together can be a lot of fun. But outside of that, just talking shop about the pacing and the puzzles and the story and whatnot can be a lot of fun as well. Yeah. I should mention. Oh, heard some people love Strangeland, some people don't like it so much. I'm very interested in that one. Yeah, we'll probably. I feel like this may be the next modern point-and-click adventure game I play. I may choose to alternate. Just talking in terms of point-and-click adventures. This is I'm not necessarily saying we aren't going to start this or another point-and-click next week, but I may alternate periods as well. Like Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to play this one, but this one seems like a lot. I may do a classic one after this one. I may do like Monkey Island or Star Trek 25th Anniversary or something in that vein. We may, like, after doing Hobbs Barrow, we may we may need something lighter. Between that and this, I don't know. We'll have to see. Or we may just descend into the very depths of darkness. I know, I'll split them up by playing Limbo and Inside in between. I'm crazy, chat. You don't know what I'm gonna do. Actually, I have been thinking, I know I'm not supposed to. I know I'm not really supposed to be looking far ahead, but I'm about 1 month out from my trip. And I think it's important to remind y'all of that. We've got like 4 weeks before I vanish off into the wilds of Japan for the better part of July. So I am considering the schedule in terms of that. So if you're hoping that I was going to pick up something lengthy between now and then, I wouldn't count on it. I am probably going to be sticking to 1, 2, 3 night games between now and my trip. Of course, that may mean, in fact, it most likely means that when I come back from my trip, I might start something big. Because there is a bunch of big stuff that I would like to get into, so. This looks pretty light, even says find the light right there. Are you gonna play the new System Shock remake? I don't know. I'm at the very least gonna wait and hear what people think of it. I'm definitely not gonna pick it up on launch. I want to hear some impressions of it first, especially from people who played the original, because I want to know how well. I know from talking to y'all, the original is very interesting, but also very user unfriendly. So if the remake successfully captures the appeal of the original while being more modern in its user experience and sensibilities, then yeah, I'm all for it. Don't know if I'd stream it. That would be a discussion to have thereafter, but Gmail thinks it's all right. I wonder what some of the other FPS big guys like Civi think. Want the remake to be good? I think everybody does. I think all right-thinking folks want a good new System Shock game. It's been so long. Reviews are pretty positive so far. That's good, at least. Good. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not looking too closely at new releases right now. But if there's anything really interesting that comes out, I could queue that up for a Friday or something. Again, I don't have this week's Friday stream planned out either. I don't have anything planned out this week. The only thing you can be sure of is that we're starting this tonight, and that power hours are happening on Thursday and Saturday because they more or less always do. They happen often enough that I can say that and not feel too weird about it. The only negatives that are pointed out are things that were in the original, which is fine, I guess. I mean, that's kind of a good sign. It means they didn't stray too far from the original design. Hopefully they didn't just keep the bad stuff and get rid of the good stuff. But if reviews are generally positive, that doesn't sound like it's the case. What's up, Emerald? Our resident fetus in training. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Otherwise, we should get started. Because I'm really excited to get into this one. Yeah, there's no schedule. I just talked about the schedule, so that's done. That's did. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, chat. Now that Emerald's here, we can get started. Right, screw for most of the day. Nice, very nice. I say we get into it. I say we begin. This happy little feller looking on. What's up, RV Winkle? You're just in time. We're actually starting the video game. Can you believe it? Can you? I know, it's so weird. The very concept. Hang on a sec. I want to see a thing. Hang on a sec. What are you doing? We're at what? Gameplay? Gameplay? Oh. Okay. Oh, I am not smart enough for that. Yeah, let's just... Oh, okay. Let's see if OBS actually picks this up, because it's actually an AGS. And I remember OBS not being great about picking up AGS games. Oh, hey, there we go. And here we are. No, I don't even know. I know if I even want to watch the beginning. Oh, Helvy, life is so hard. Life is so hard. Do you dare hang out for a few minutes and see the intro? But I tell you what, if you're gonna play this, then you need to marathon it tonight or tomorrow, so you can come back tomorrow and hang out with us. All right, you can do that, right? Do we have any settings we need to fool around with? We probably don't. How are the sound levels? Should I turn the sound up? I'm gonna turn the speech all the way up, just to make sure everybody can hear everything. Subtitles is on. Oh, that was another consideration for this game. This is fully voice acted, so I don't have to read. That was important. Kind of two scripts at the same time being done, and one of them was kind of old that I decided to rework. Also, another was near completion, having a hard time writing up what I want to talk about for Basilisk 2000. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. This is the first 20 minutes of just looking at a Steam page. Yeah. We managed to limit ourselves. All right, I'm gonna push this stuff up a little bit. I'm gonna edge this stuff up a little bit, and I guess if that's, I doubt it's gonna be too loud, but if it is, we can always go back and mess with it. Anyway, new game. Let's get into it. Directly into it. Forthwith. Oh, we're here. We exist. We're a nice Victorian lady, and somebody's about to cough on us. Basilisk 2000 side project by Kumakira. Oh, okay. Somebody is having issues like mine. Yeah, you mentioned it. What's up, High Octane Fun? So excited, you never heard of this game? I have been aching to play this game. I have really been looking forward to this. Was that you, sir?
Ah, Miss Bateman. Welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time.
I see why you're coughing.
Terrible weather this evening, is it not? Nurse Blaketon has had enough of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see.
Makes you cough.
A bit of rain won't kill me, will it?
Be stone dead inside of 5 minutes.
You mustn't be interested in me nattering on.
She's just staring at him the whole time.
To your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper. You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. You'll catch your death out here.
Okay. Supper. Title card! Drippy title card. Don't leave the title card out in the rain. It will run. Suddenly, train. A very nice train. I love the look of the pixel art in this.
Mother.
Oh, do you want me to click through this?
I hope this letter will reach you.
Game wants me to click through this. You thought we were getting medieval today. That is tempting.
I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories.
Aww. Hate being in
What I am
torment.
about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Not the sheep! Sheep are beyond my mother's comprehension. She just doesn't believe they exist.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Mr. Shoulder. A likely suspect. I'm glad these are subtitles. These non-American accents are possible to understand. What's up, Chaos? Good to see you.
The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
Bewley? Bewley! We're here! We did it! We're here, train is not.
No station master in sight. I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in his letter.
And I bet that makes for an inventory tutorial. Left click to walk, interact, right click to examine. To access the inventory menu, move your mouse cursor to the top of the screen. Left click an inventory item to select it, right click to examine it. Once an inventory item is selected, you can right click to deselect it. You can double click on an exit to teleport directly to it. Game will occasionally autosave. You can also save anytime via the menu. Keyboard shortcuts, don't care, understood. All right. Left click do, right click check.
Bewley. I have great expectations for this, Barrow.
I love bears. Okay, so cool. Anything we can interact with, we're going to get a little note for it at the bottom.
Look quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here. The post looks unattended.
Check that.
Hello there. Hello there. A door of fine construction.
A fine door it is.
Hello.
And a damn fine door it was, too. All right, inventory. Dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is a rumor of secrets to be found deep within. I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the Barrow, I'll be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Dear Miss Bateman, wait, lady, person, a personage.
Way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
You.
I swear she was not standing there a moment ago.
Yeah, well, I was screwing around my inventory. She showed up.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Yes. Two Hit, we played a demo of this during a Next Fest a very long time ago. Like probably, well, easily over a year ago.
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much. What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
I live in the
Where are you travelling
Barrows.
to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Damn.
Right. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
She got told. It was done in. Anyway, what did the last page of that say? Before I was so rudely sprung upon. Marvelous news! I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. The inn has fine rooms, which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey. Well, excellent. This sounds extremely routine, and I'm sure nothing whatsoever will go wrong.
A gift from my mother. It bears my initials, TB. I have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
My video has paused this whole time, and I thought I was having issues IRL. Oh my god, Fury. By the way, if you're curious what's behind my head, there is a round button that says to do and a crescent button that says menu. The to do button brings up our objective. Meet Mr. Shoulder to discuss Hobbs Barrow and locate the Plough and Furrow Inn. So if we get too confused about what the hell we're doing, I can push that button. It looks like you have a red fish behind your head. Would that be like the Super C poster here with some of the odd colorings?
What brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
Hey, you won't tell me what you're up to. Oh, the things I was showing. Oh, and the menus and whatnot. I must be a good person. I can't help
I'm
it.
here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
Pregnant
Not
pause.
much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
That was odd.
What a nice old lady. This is the most ominous rainy field I've ever seen. Oh, good. Hey, goodbye, sir.
The path disappears over a small rise.
There's probably having pauses. I got 2 more ads. Enjoy this promotion. Oh, thank you.
A humble dwelling.
I'll
humble
enjoy my
dwelling.
rich pence. I believe we were to follow the stone wall. Well, this looks like town, all right.
The anvil looks heavy.
Very astute of you.
A simple broom. A finely made horseshoe. The blacksmith must also be a farrier. This appears to be the fort
Farrier?
of a local blacksmith.
We've streamed Faria. Never again.
The bucket has seen better days. Perhaps this belongs to a merchant.
And that bucket's looking at you thinking it's you've seen better days. Don't be rude.
Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care.
Fairly newer.
A fine example of a church. It looks like it was built in the Norman style.
Just looking up, apparently Bewley isn't a real place. I wonder if someone who worked on this was a Bowie fan. Ooh, could
A
be.
local dwelling. A local cobbler. The building is in a dilapidated state.
Yeah, that one's pretty rough looking. Oh man, I really like the sprite scaling they do when you move into the background. That's a really cool effect. I like that. Give ourselves another observant, judgmental point and click pro tag. Oh yes, Drake Nell, always. I don't think they license you to be a point and click protagonist unless you're just judgmental of every single thing you
Plough
see.
and Furrow Inn. The inn where I am to meet Mr. Shoulder. The Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
Man. Most dangerous
The
game.
man looks thoroughly inebriated.
I'm good. How you doing, Drake Nell? What's up, Zem? Good to see you. Better meet Mr. Shoulder than Depends on what you're looking for. Depends on services rendered.
There. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodden weather?
I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow.
I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow.
Bloody good pub, that. It has the finest ales in the whole county. Oh, I'll take you there if you like.
I believe we are standing directly in front of it.
Oh, so we are. Please,
Yes.
give us a kiss now, won't you?
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, God. Oh, allergies are making your life Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Drake Nell. We will politely deflect.
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife. My tea'll be on the table at this hour, and if I don't get back, she'll be roaring. Until we meet again.
Hopefully never. Hopefully never.
A buffoon.
See, this particular judgmental protagonist, I think, is entirely justified.
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room.
Well, let's have a little peek-see around here since we're here.
The innkeeper is a serious-looking man. A fine exemplar of inebriation.
Exemplar is such a good word.
A rather miserable-looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself. I think it's Three Men's Morris. They are engaged in an intense discussion.
Intense discussion.
It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
Biblically accurate
The
painting.
painting depicts a rocky-edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius.
There's a picture of a lake over the door.
A pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style.
The alliteration on that sentence was marvelous.
A decorative plate depicting an eagle. A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull. A decorative plate depicting a serpent.
You don't suppose that's gonna be part of a puzzle, do you?
The prizes are cheap here. The Last Orders Bell. Savior of many a life.
This is one of those adventure games where I really, really enjoy just clicking on everything and hearing what she has to say about it. Small gold, yeah. Unfortunately, not a small gold plate. Maybe we'll find one of those later. Maybe that'll be part of the puzzle.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Use money on service provider. Been a storm and my face hurts. I feel dizzy. I just want to drink the house dry of all liquids. Oh, damn, Drake Nell. Well, hopefully it lets up soon. Use money with innkeeper.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
He's cheap.
Here's your key.
He's a cheap man.
Just go through
He
the
requires
door to the
nothing
right of the
nice.
bar, then up the
He
stairs.
doesn't deserve it.
Room number 2.
Thank you.
It's just
I
he
help
can
you
sleep
with
in the
your
bar.
luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
I was just going to recommend the C will claim everything for people who like to click on things for descriptions. You already wrote a positive review 6 years ago. Yes, C will claim everything is excellent. It is a very, very good game. I'm glad you played it too, Helvi. An excellent suggestion, that one.
A majestic animal cut down in his prime. This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite
Rubenesque.
unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this.
Sensual. I see the whole not treating women seriously is uncomfortably present in this game's narrative. I mean, this is set in Victorian times, so I mean, come on. Period
A
accurate.
colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley.
If anything, they're being kinder than they would have
A
been.
biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens.
Anyway.
This shall do nicely.
I even got a
Time to
decorative
change
plate.
to something more comfortable.
Ah, adventuresome.
Much better.
I like our hero. She's cool.
A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller.
Something over here.
Ah, complementary matches. Useful.
Get it.
Ah, complementary matches. Useful.
Well, you know. Twice as
One
useful.
match left, though.
Wait, one single complimentary match.
My evening light shall be provided by this solitary candlestick.
And I guess we better save the match.
A decrepit set of drawers.
Now to find hat and pistol, maybe whip, and an expedition for artifacts. Expedition for artifacts we've already got set.
Jammed
That is-
shut. The wood must have warped over the years.
How odd. Is that for both of the drawers?
Jammed shut.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Ah, complimentary match.
I've stored my case in there.
Oh,
A
good.
box within a box.
Makes you think.
A painting of surprising quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor. Perhaps a local landmark.
We should actually keep track. So Expedition for Artifacts is set. Will we find hat, pistol, and or whip? Just want Lady Indiana Jones, is that so bad? Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
A decorative plate depicting a goat.
I got the goat room.
The
Very
wardrobe
exciting.
looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age.
Wow.
I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Thanks for letting me know.
A jug of water for drinking or washing.
Do you need either?
This may come in handy.
Oh, I just stuck it in my pants, I guess.
I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me.
But a jug of water, no problem. Letters, handkerchief, monies, room key, matchbox, and an entire jug of water. I love this game already. Little hammer space pants, yeah. They're perfect.
The innkeeper is a serious-looking man.
Sorry, my instinct is to right-click on everything.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel
Ta-da.
far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
They know,
You
they
could
get
call me an
it.
explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
Awesome. All right, tell me about yourself, sir.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
fine figure of a man.
I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my young
What's a
days.
drover?
Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank
Is
you.
there a
I
Mrs.
often
Cap?
run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Tell me of this fine
What can
little
you tell me
bird.
about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward
Drives a
to
team of
exploring the village
horses.
tomorrow.
Okay.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church
Oh,
is a
drives
fine
cattle or
building,
sheep?
worth
Okay.
a visit.
Okay. Drives animals then. Also, good evening, Deep Thought. Good to see you. I'm looking for a place where shoulders hang out.
I'm looking for a man named Leonard Shoulder.
Or
I
that.
know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you.
What can you tell me of this
What can
shoulder?
you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard then?
I have nothing to hide, chat.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What?
Just don't expand on that at all.
Are you familiar with tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, aye. You're a grave robber.
I am no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. Don't tell anyone.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find.
Call me a
I've been
treasure
excavating
hunter.
barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
It's great. I don't give a shit.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nowt about a Hobbs Barrow.
Nout. Okay, I'm very curious because that was a lot of information. Like, she just nerded the fuck out about basically grave robbing. Yes, I mean, like, let's call it what it is. It's grave robbing for science, but it's grave robbing. She just nerded the absolute fuck out about that. I am curious. I am intensely curious how differently that conversation goes if you just lie. Like, does he still kind of drag it out of her anyway? Or does it just go off on a completely different tangent? Or is it much, much shorter? Does she not have the opportunity to nerd out about anything? And she's just like, oh, you know, it's sightseeing. Eh. She didn't nerd about Monk. If you recall, he calls her bluff. Okay. I'm always curious about that when you get choices like this in games, because a lot of games just to keep the narrative moving in the same direction, they still kind of steer the conversation back on the same path. It's just you take a different route to get there.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it. Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass? Haven't you better things to do with your time?
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth.
Family grave
He is
robber.
well looked after at a private hospital. Thanks for your time.
Father and my father's father. Y'all grub around in the dirt. I'm rather concerned about being brought to excavate a local barrel that no one has heard of. It is interesting, isn't it? Now, what's really interesting about this to me is I feel like you get this trope in some games where it's like, I've been invited here to do the thing, and all the locals are like, it doesn't exist, you need to leave, go away, you won't find anything. These people, even the not so nice lady out by the train tracks, they seem welcoming enough. They seem conversational and curious. So I'm wondering if they genuinely don't know about the Barrow, or if they're doing a better job covering for their secret evil Barrow than most characters would do given the situation. Sort of stuff that would have most women I know starting to wonder if they're going to disappear. Well, yeah. I feel like, especially in the Victorian era, like I feel like what she's doing is particularly unheard of in that time period. But I mean, if she'll not be dissuaded, we'll do everything in our power to keep her at it. Fresh barrow, custom made. Come, let's dig. The wicker barrow. All the people totally heard her in the bar, totally on board. Yeah, well, okay, this guy's sauce. This guy is basically
a fine
out.
Exemplar of inebriation.
Here's so I can talk to him.
Good day, sir.
No, he doesn't exist. This guy's playing a game with
Good
himself.
afternoon, sir.
Note for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Charming.
See, that's more what I'm used to. Just like, you are cursed! Be away from this place! I don't want to. Oh, hello. Didn't see the oh god, who's the fish sticks guy? The whatever fisherman? God, that would have been a great little joke if I could just remember his fucking name.
A curmudgeonly looking old fellow.
Gordon, the Gordon's fisherman. Yeah, damn it. The moment is lost, chat. I'm sorry. I fucked up.
Hello, sir.
Aye.
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you?
The Gordon Freeman, man.
Let's go into dogs.
Did you just call me a dog, you piece of shit? Whatever. I'll look past that and I'll be the bigger person here.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
I'm sorry, Thomasina Bateman is the most suspicious name on earth.
None of your business, sir.
Ah, you're brave coming in here, all on your
Comedic
own.
accessibility is top notch as always.
I'm Cyril.
Cyril.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril.
The air quotes are thick. Tell me of this fine
What can you tell
town.
me about Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Not true, I'm gonna dig up all your shit.
Aye.
What's up, Shadows? Good to see you. Perfectly respectable grave robbing name.
I take it you are not
I
enamored. with
did.
the
I
railway
streamed the demo
station.
like a year ago.
Buell is gonna be swarming
I've
with
been
outsiders.
waiting to play this one.
Like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not
My
here to
pile
cause
of dirt.
We'll see about that, won't we?
I mean, this is the other really interesting thing about the setup of this game, is she kind of is here to cause trouble. She's here to dig up a burial ground and like, I mean, at the very least, disturb the burial ground. Boo. And at worst, abscond with the artifacts. So I'm kind of sympathizing with the citizens here a bit. Like, this is kind of, to me, kind of an absurd thing to just go into this rural town and like, what's up, everybody? Heard you had an ancient burial site. Can't wait to get my paws on that. But whatever. I'm sure this Leonard Shoulder guy has a good head on his, well, you know.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That'd be none of your business, lass.
I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I?
I mean, you could.
Just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
Ta-da.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait.
Science waits for no village or permission. She's not even American, yet she behaves like one. I don't know. Laurentius Price has a good point. British people stealing things that don't belong to them.
What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
Find my own Barrow.
Evening there, miss.
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier.
Oh, good.
I got home, had my tea, but it gave me an aching belly.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you. I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
All right.
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
I mean,
Perhaps
let's not
you
lay
know
it
the
on
gentleman,
too thick here,
Mr.
bud.
Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
All right, so we can get him an ale. So he might have some useful information. The man is a liability, or the cheek of some people. I'm gonna play the good and noble soul.
One
And-
ale, coming right up.
He encourages alcoholism.
Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
All right, Stanley, hook me up.
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the finest. I don't think this guy even tastes it going down.
There we are. 2 pence, please.
Thank you. This was the last of my money, but Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds.
Or will he? So we are broke. Broke ass. Broke. The Miranda hat or something you'd wear if you went grave robbing? No, we'll do the Miranda hat. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, Chad. Oh no, I fucked it. Oh god. Ah! Ah! Ow! Ah! Oh, the hat! Oh, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Ah! Okay. Alright. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Alright. Hi, I'm back. Welcome back, Peach. Or welcome, well, back to the channel. Back. Just, hi! Good to see you. Ooh, Drake, now. Hang in there, buddy. Yes, because I've been so busy, I almost made an excuse, busy. Since I've been so lazy about getting a proper, request option for the Miranda hat, y'all can request it for the baseline price, until I do get around to that, so, yes. Anyway, as I was pulling it on, my earbuds got kind of popped out by the sides here, and it was a struggle, but that's okay. Now they're being crushed into my inner ear, so this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Do anyone want to replay his Combat 4 immediately, or just play something else for a bit of a small break? I always recommend a small break in between games in a series. I almost always get burned out on games if I play them back to back. I think Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 was maybe the only time. Well, no. Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 was a good time, and then when we did the Fatal Frame, the original Fatal Frame trilogy, that worked pretty well.
Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you.
Thanking you.
Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then. Old Len. Leonard Shaw.
Perfect. Excellent.
Arthur?
All right.
Mr. Tillett? Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor.
The delivery on that line was perfect. She already knew what happened, and she, like, couldn't even believe it. Arthur. God damn it, Arthur.
After one drink too many, Arthur Tillett has passed out. Mr. Tillett? He's not dead, just very drunk. I would still like to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder.
I do believe I may have a solution to that. Don't look at me.
Oh, what the hell were that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder.
Yeah, that guy.
Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
Jesus Christ.
This man is unbelievable.
Incorrigible. The word is incorrigible. More time passes. A lot more time, apparently.
It feels like an hour has passed. Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
Do we really want to do that? No, but I guess we're going to anyway.
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
I was planning to anyway.
Mr. Tillett?
Is there, there's some... Oh, wow! Oh, shit, the mirror actually works. That's so cool. Reminds me of every time I had to deal with drunk people. It's very accurate. Shitting himself for an hour straight. I mean, entirely possible.
Coated in a thick layer of grime.
Yeah, somebody's conducting a seance
The
in
jug
here or
is
something.
empty. The water looks highly questionable. I ought to keep my hands out of it. These look modern. I'm surprised. I would rather not get any closer. The smell of urine is nauseating.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Is Mr. Tillett in there? It sounds like someone is in there.
Nope, nope, not this way. Pat, pat, pat,
Mr.
pat.
Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
That's a whole bunch of nobody.
Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Cat!
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
Or is it?
The mangy thing is fast asleep. I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Okay, so the real question was...
Cold draft is leaking in from under the door. This leads outside.
He has been catted.
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side.
So... Oh, I hear something.
I think I can hear someone moving around. Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
Okay.
I can see it's still raining out there. I can't reach the window from down here.
Alright.
The door is blocked from the out. The door is...
I should go out and take a look, okay. I was wondering if we're gonna have to try and climb out the window or something crazy like that. Well, this is horrible.
Excuse me, sir.
Who the hell are you?
A thin path curves towards some more buildings. A small alley splits the inn and its neighbor.
Let's see what's in the alley.
The door leads into the rear of the inn.
So somebody did block
A
it.
beam of wood is propped up against the door, barring it closed from the outside.
Alright.
Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillett. Why would he have done that? Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
Something exceptionally strange. Something is
Who
afoot.
was that old chap I saw outside the alley? He headed eastward. Maybe I could catch up with him and ask him if he saw Mr. Tillett.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, there's clearly something on the ground here. A glove.
A single glove is lying in the mud. A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing.
Curious. I was AFK long enough to miss what's going on. Gonna leave plays myself
Seems rather
someday.
out
Have a
of
good
place
night.
here.
Have a good one, Helvy.
Peculiar.
Lady, you're not hearing the droning.
A fine white glove, gent's style. I found it in the alleyway behind the plough and furrow.
What else we got back here?
Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale.
Would you just store this stuff outside, like in the alleyway?
A warm glow permeates from within.
Silent Hill approaching.
Making me feel somewhat cold and damp.
Well, or maybe it's the rain. Maybe the rain is making you feel cold and damp.
The post has been embellished with a fine bronze bust of a horse. The post is...
Yeah, same description. Okay.
It's the small window to the lavatories. Surely Mr. Tillett could not have squeezed through that gap?
Seems unlikely. Alright, so that dude went this a ways. There he is! Sir? Sir, I'm coming for you! Oh, they just put their light out. Ooh, spoopy.
The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Oh my god, we were that itty bitty teeny tiny... Did you
Head back.
I wish I could show you that again for anyone who missed that. We were a teeny tiny dot there. I think any alcohol should be stored outside. That seems like the worst idea. I know, right? Does seem quite odd.
Last orders.
I would like one
Get some
shoulder,
sleep.
please.
Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow.
It's true. Mr. Shoulder stood us up. Mr. Tillett ran out on us. There's some other old bastard who's given this a slip.
How can I help you?
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought you were with you.
Gin and
He
tonic.
went to the
Yeah,
lavatory
you and me
has not
both.
returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett. Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
Fuzzy
As you
navel.
were.
I'll have one of all of the above. So that bickering couple's gone. This guy whose name I already forgot is gone. What's this dude's fucking deal?
Good evening, sir.
I wonder if Stanley's just gonna yeet him out the door.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep.
Yeah, let's go to bed.
Yes, I must get some sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Miss
Oh,
Bateman,
shan't we?
Yes?
off to bed.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps
The
he will make
rotter.
himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
Definitely the most friendly fellow we've met here. Hasn't even tried to take too many passes at Miss Bateman. No, can I go for fuzzy navel and pizza right now? Door. Door. Cat. Cat. I guess he wants to snuggle. That's so cool looking. Dude, rotoscoping is so cool. The first day, Adventus. That means advent of something.
Such horrid dreams.
Ugh, cats.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
Cat magic.
As I suspected, I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat. I must say I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this Barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
All according to Keikaku. Translator's note, Keikaku means advent. So we're on the trail of two shitty
Candle didn't
dudes.
last long.
We can do this. I believe in us.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
I haven't moved from this spot. All right. Do you think Kenneth is actually going to show up today? Do you think we're actually going to meet up with Kenneth? I think not. I find this highly suspect.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
Tell the truth. Honesty is the best policy.
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert.
He
a
does
heart.
exist.
He comes in now
They
and
do
then searching for
exist.
scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp.
Crisp.
I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye.
Assuming he's on it and not dead.
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
You're welcome to leave all that shit outside. I'll be polite. That sounds capital.
That sounds capital, thank you.
You're most welcome, Miss Bateman. We look after our guests here at the Plough and Furrow. I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Bye.
Miss Bateman,
Oh, what?
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were.
No proposals, please. Please.
I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass. I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
Oh.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There
Oh.
are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned.
Okay.
Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Interesting.
Why lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Interesting. So the supposition was correct. He did know of Hobbs Barrow, and he was trying to, I guess, in a way, dissuade her by saying, "Oh, I don't know what it is." But his conscience got the best of him. So he still does feel uneasy about letting her go there, but not so much that he's going to really try and stop her. Unlike those other women ruled by naught but emotion.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
He's a flake.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Huh, okay.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well.
Means they're gonna treat you like shit.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tell not to go wandering out there. A grown
do
man
love
could
me a
lose
vast
himself and not be
lass.
seen again.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
Let's take a quick peek in the bathroom.
I
See if.
must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
Don't you want to hear if the satanic droning is still happening, though?
Stanley is yet to set the fire for today.
All right, we'll work this out.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it.
I mean,
And a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
you put dead people in a place and you think folks are just gonna have a level-headed response to that? Ghastly.
He looks like a rather shady character.
Let's engage him.
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard, dig the graves.
We have something in common.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite.
Quite.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Noticing a trend here. Oh, bird. I can click on the burb. Or the window box, rather.
These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
Ah, child!
The little whelp looks determined to slaughter the very air itself.
Jesus Christ.
The young woman looks extremely bored by it all.
They've gained the suspicion of someone that has every reason to be burying a body. Good job.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty.
She just made that up.
What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique.
Oh, sister,
I'm
not
to
mother.
watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless!
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
I'm tireless!
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Yes.
she does, and she fucking hates him.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
About
So
the
you
accursed
know of it.
place.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to this little shit.
Hello,
Yes?
my name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's
Douglas?
a pleasure to meet you, Douglas.
Don't talk to strangers, give no secrets away.
Great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
The what?
What is the lantern worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lambton thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas.
Final boss foreshadowing,
Father
perhaps?
just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do at his age.
Or
Keep
vivid
training.
recollection.
You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Jesus Christ, child.
This lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Actually, I'm enthralled. It's interrupting Douglas in the middle of sword fighting.
Do you like living in Bewley?
No!
Yeah, I do.
Huh.
Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the
Just
steam
yawn.
puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Food, ale,
Perhaps this nice
Satan.
lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the lantern worm.
Ma'am, please take my brother. Please take him far, far away.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas?
The fact he said Satan and the lights went red, what timing? Wasn't planned, I
Who's
assure
Mr.
you.
Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
Fuck
I'll
no!
be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Yep, good luck with that. Plaque.
I can't remove the plaque.
Why would you? No, look at just look at
A
it.
small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage. I don't think anyone is home. There's more houses down that way.
Well, might as well check them out.
This house looks pleasant.
What does this plaque say?
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office. A storeroom of some kind. It's rather empty. I don't think anyone is home.
Dap, 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 dap. Well, we're here. We might as well knock on this door, too. Yeah, I guess that's not going to do anything. We one exit out of here. This is
A
the
local
cobbler. Have you managed to die yet? No! Unless I am dead now and this is all just the afterlife.
No one here.
Which I suppose is possible.
A local dwelling.
Tap, 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 tap.
I don't think anyone is home.
Just no one wants to talk to you. Aha!
The blacksmith is toiling away.
You, sir, you must talk to me.
Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
Can you make me a sword? I have a child to slay.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
I don't know if you can die in this game. It does auto-save periodically. But that might just be for progress and not for reloading upon death.
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
Yeah, we all inherit our parents' shitty business.
How is business faring?
Honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools.
Not
you
forever.
Let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
One day, sir, we'll have AI instead of horses.
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
That's gonna be tough to find.
Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to.
Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
Yeah, I'll believe that for a fucking second.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
I hate
Too
it.
busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace.
London Derby.
Aye.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
Funny
I
you
want a
should
cabbage.
mention that.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak
They're-
to you later.
They're cribbing all my jokes, chat. I don't know how to handle this. How's this?
Fantastic specimen.
Wait, is this?
Alas, it is not mine to take.
Well, that's never stopped you before, has it? I thought you were British.
Trusty trowel, the barrow digger's best friend.
Okay, I think that means Kenneth is not going to appear. I think I'm going to have to piece together tools from the town.
In memory of Millicent Smith. In memory of Henry Crozier. In memory of Benjamin Garkham. In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet.
Ah, it's a Shakespeare joke.
In memory of Mabel Hurst. In memory of Percival Roach. In memory of William Ager. In memory of Barnaby Tillett. In memory of Peter Black. In memory of George Paxton.
Interesting. What's all this?
A
Cakes!
fine assortment of baked goods. A lovely treat for those who enjoy such things.
I have no
The
money.
woman has a kind face.
Not for long. Wait till she asks what you do.
Hello, good day.
And you
Would
tell
you
her.
like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam.
Oh, I'm single,
I
sorry.
can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings.
My Bakewell
They are
puddings.
quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand.
Jesus did famously demand money for services.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
I make cakes.
About me?
I sell them.
What would
The
you
fuck else
possibly
do you
want
need to know?
about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's
Here we go.
Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
I like to call people pet because I view them as animals. Oh, yes.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are.
And so do your
You'll
baked
find
goods.
better in the
Ooh.
entire county.
Hell, same.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. Duplancy.
I think I'll get myself a face full of Jesus in a minute here.
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard.
There was a
What
pause.
business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
So I can kill him.
Afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
A lead.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an
Lovely.
exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
I assume
Where
he's
can I find Father
inside, but whatever.
This time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the
Oh,
west
never
of the
mind.
village.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
Sounds ominous.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Deeds to guide you fill the animals to the local faith.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Buy my cakes!
This way leads to the woods.
Alright, so I assume
This
that's where I'll
leads
find
to
him.
the church tower, I presume. The doors look weathered, but have stood the test of time.
Out of curiosity, where does the other direction go?
This way leads to the graveyard.
Well, hell, let's check that out.
Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven. Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister.
Hopefully Mr. Tillett's mother and not his wife. Otherwise, that would be a little,
John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence.
Other whistling hides the bodies of motherfuckers try to talk to you.
Forever in light, Anne Kemp. Joseph Davis. Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
Can't wait to excavate it.
William Paxton.
Hey, this could...
Modest and gentle of heart.
Maybe this is Hobbs Barrow. It's definitely rectangular. If you dig deep enough, you can stand up in it.
The path leads across the moors. The path leads to a small hill.
Alright. I don't really want to go wandering around the wilds without some kind of direction, so let's go see if we can find Father What's-His-Face. I'm expecting more of the graves to be adventure game prototypes. This game seems to be playing it a lot straighter than other point and clicks. I think they're going for a very distinct feel
Back
here.
to the outskirts of Bewley. The path leads on.
I hear whistling. I hear jolly whistling. Well, there we go. Are you... What the... What the Christ? Oh, gee, good lord.
Very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
Okay, this got fucked in a hurry.
The vicar looks dreadfully ill. I don't wish to look too closely.
Understandable.
The vicar's spectacles lie broken on the forest floor.
Might have a broken bit of glass here.
Ouch!
Yep.
The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Well, that's what we need, it seems. Oh, should we use the glove on that?
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until I find its owner.
Apparently not.
Ouch! The pro...
Stop cutting yourself on it. Jesus. Oh, handkerchief. Here we go.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand.
I need to bleed this
This should
motherfucker.
work. A sharp shard of glass from a pair of broken spectacles. Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Then the death metal song with the vicar.
Thank
The greater
Lord
good.
for my spare pair. God bless
Of
you.
glasses.
I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Tell me about yourself, you weird fucker.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry. That's all.
Huge lie.
I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
No, please
My
don't.
mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Jesus Christ.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
So we just met this guy, we watched him vomit, we cut his arm open, and we've heard the story of him being birthed into a pew. We know too much, chat.
St. Edmund's is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child.
I think they
I
contractually
a great
have to
love
say
for
that.
our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
What about my
Numbers
congregation?
have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of His Spirit.
We'll get to Leonard's shoulder in a minute.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet
Bewley.
town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've had many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
Bit standoffish about that one.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes?
Oh,
Are you
yes.
a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself.
Oh.
It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
I mean, no time like the present.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Follow me. Alright, pay attention, chat. We may need to retrace this path later. I'd laugh my ass off if it's just the next scene over from here.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Nice, I have special
Excellent.
dialogue for that.
Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
I would, but I'm broke.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's
God
work.
damn
Mrs.
them.
Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me. Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs.
No, let's not.
Take dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors, and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
I'm gonna guess Richard II.
Richard II.
Correct.
Hey!
Well read, Miss Bateman.
Process of
Studying the
elimination,
work
because
of
I've
the bard
studied
is
Hamlet
one
and
of my
Macbeth,
favorite
and I didn't remember that in
pastimes.
either of them.
Follow me.
Is a bench.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
Tell us how you really feel, Naren.
Indeed, the moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith?
Pretty
Some look at
easily.
these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
As we have so done, we shall tell the truth.
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Flashback?
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
Does this keep happening to her? Well, I guess it does rain pretty much constantly in London.
Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good.
Oh.
Don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good.
No.
Let's see your father.
Kitties decide to climb on your lap to comfort me. Aw, Drake, no, that's sweet.
Mummy is crying.
Indeed she is.
Daddy is sleeping.
Like, sleeping, or...
Daddy, wake up!
Oh.
Daddy, wake up! Mummy? Mummy?
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
The nurse looked like she had a weird skull face.
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
Works
I'm
in mysterious
sorry to hear
ways.
this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
And not very comforting. Ghost pops up and goes, "Shut the fuck up and try to be dead. Just leave me be."
Hello? She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough.
He's way out here in
Now then, take a look at this.
God's creation.
Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
I can't wait to take it apart.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
Would you care to explain upon that, Mr. Man of God? Pretty
We
sure
walked
thereby a
and
thread
walked
hangs a
across
story.
That vast, featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
We've arrived. Chickens!
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. Duplancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you.
Secret illness.
You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
A sweet little hen, plump and well-groomed. A fearsome-looking beast. A sweet little... Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Very neat and tidy.
A pair of thick woolen trousers.
Glove.
That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow. The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night?
Was that
Why
the
didn't he
guy that
come
ran
inside to
off?
see me?
What the hell, man?
A woolen undergarment.
No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. Father, what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley, though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself.
Here we go.
It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
God.
Othello?
Precisely, Miss Bateman. Your knowledge of the bard is presently flawless.
I consider myself to be well read, Father Roach.
It's delightful to meet a fellow bookworm, I must say.
2 for 2 so far.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
Look, the chickens too many times. They call reinforcements an attack.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle?
It's locked.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
Priest, try breaking in. Yeah, let's go. I'm ready to leave.
Let's go.
As I say, my child, Mr. Shoulder will make himself known.
Just
Not
like the
lose
Lord.
faith.
I'm rather frustrated by this situation.
Now. Things move at a slower pace out here. Something you may not be so accustomed to. Come now, Miss Bateman.
Stop talking and
Well,
walk.
Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found. As we trudged silently back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder.
Misguided determination, if you ask me.
The train! That must be Kenneth.
Kenneth?
My assistant.
I see. Well, Miss Bateman, I really must attend to some other matters. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help,
Or
Father
I
Lodge.
to him.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Enough Shakespeare!
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct. That I shall say good night till it be morrow. You've proven yourself to be an impeccable scholar of the bard.
Hey!
my child.
3 for
Lord
3.
Be with you.
I got an achievement for that.
I should go meet Kenneth at the station. Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
She didn't look out, apparently. Well, this is nice. Anyway, let's go collect Kenneth, if he exists, which I still find highly suspect. Hey, isn't that
Where is Kenneth?
Isn't that what's his face?
He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
Arthur Tillett, you piece of shit.
Well, that's one mystery solved. It's Arthur Tillett. What's he doing in there? Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
At least we can be
You
honest
left
with
the
this guy now.
lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
Slam his head till he
I
remembers.
remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
Oh boy.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Jesus
Leonard
Christ.
Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink.
Did he just lie?
Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
Just lying.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
really
okay.
know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
I don't believe you.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
It's true.
Aye, I don't remember out.
Mysterious bastard.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry, you'll find him.
Something else I can
About
say about...
last night.
Oh,
You really don't remember where you went last
that
night?
option.
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then... nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye.
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
You blocked it, you bastard.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've naught to say 'cause I remember naught.
Note? I've note to tell you. Don't tell the same thing I told my ex. Just because you were drunk doesn't excuse the behavior. Here, chaos. Indeed. Just had thunder. Got a good storm out here. Damn. Stay safe, Drake Nell.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye. I'll survive.
You don't have to remind him. He can take care of himself.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley's station master at your service.
Extremely
Would you like to
reliable.
buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now.
You do that anyway,
Well,
though.
the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
Now you just get more money to do it with.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit
No
of
fireworks
that.
today, Fury?
I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities
wish.
here keep me on the straight and narrow. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I
Sense
can
of
tell.
duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed.
Now it takes longer to
Must be
do
a
it.
rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
Alright, let's get to the real meat of this. Where the fuck is Kenneth?
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible.
Knew it.
Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Alright.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll
What's up,
see.
Alceris? Good
There's
evening.
a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you.
I know exactly where that is.
Where can I...
He lives
Oh,
you'll see.
sorry.
Thank
done
you.
that.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
Only good stories, I'm sure.
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett, please. This is
Mr.
important.
Tillett.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
I'm not
Farewell
nearly
for
as
now.
sure.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra! Kit. Cat and bird had a moment. Hey, I know you.
Cyril is no doubt keeping watch on any potential new arrivals from the railway station.
Does Mandarin Orange taste like a PB&J? Weird.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
I'll do.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with
This
one
land
myself.
is my land.
No.
It is not your land.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lad?
Good point. Good point, Cyril.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Bleh.
Ta-ra, lass.
It's half expecting to just be like, fuck you. Yeah, those two are still here. Get me crate. Oh, who the hell are you?
That must be the postmaster's storeroom. He looks a little chirpier than your average Bewley resident.
Chirpier. Punch was all dusty good.
Hello,
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry.
Henry Long
Thomasina
what?
Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
What a treat! This is on the LMS route north of Derby that puts this town around Manchester, Sheffield. Interesting. Okay. Are there a lot of like moors in that area? Does like the landscape look like this in that region?
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just
Henry
lovely to see a new
Longtoes.
face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
He seems harmless.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long. Though I currently reside in London.
London. I've never met anyone from London.
Wow.
How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air.
Full
You've
cradle.
got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
Some of this is coming off as really ominous.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm
Lovely.
afraid you've just missed him.
Ah,
Curses.
god
I saw
damn
him
it.
wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by
Well,
now.
shit.
Curses.
I guess we're gonna have to break in.
When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Alright, so we're gonna have to kill Henry here.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Time
Well,
for
I must thank him when I see
burglary.
him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
Okay,
Flatter me,
creeper.
Mr. Long. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley.
This guy.
And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
This guy.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
New
Why is that?
blood.
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
I need new friends. Invite them to dinner. Everything you need is in Bewley. Never a reason to leave on pain of
I've
death.
had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He
don't give a
just
shit.
doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates.
Oh.
Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Go get one.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
We may have a lead on getting rid of this fellow.
A warehouse.
That's my crate.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope
did
tucked
before he
behind
died.
the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there.
To do that, we have to get rid of Mr. Long. Let's head to the Plough and Furrow. See about that tab. This motherfucker. Anybody else here? Nope, just us. No one but us barflies.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you.
Woo,
to be
okay.
settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
Trust you to a point.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home. Thanks to the help
I
of
did
Father
it.
Roach.
I found a house.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Oh, I didn't find
Not
him.
quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
Well, clearly
I'm not
not.
entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
Nope.
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the
This
barrow?
is how we're gonna handle it.
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
We've already had that.
How can I
response.
open a tab again?
Leave me and I'll give it back to you when it will be time to pay the piper.
Ominous.
Goodbye.
Okay.
See you soon.
I need an item of value. I have nothing of value at the moment. Do I have anything of value in my room?
I've stored my case a box.
Yeah,
I've
I
hung
know.
my dress aside from
Yeah, I know.
a sturdy look
I think that's a no.
jammed.
Need something of value.
I can't think of anything else to talk.
Okay. Might need to do a bit of exploring first. How long until we start learning all the runic symbols hung everywhere on plates mean something? I am curious if they're going to factor into a puzzle or not. So far, at least, this doesn't seem to... Oh, hello. This doesn't seem to be a very... like, a particularly puzzly game. Like, all the puzzles are like what we're doing right now. Trying to find an object of value so we can open a tab, so we can get Mr. Long away from the postmaster's office, so we can break in. Very, very natural, very organic puzzles. Not like, here are 6 animal crests, arrange them in the correct order.
This young fellow looks miserable. Hello there. My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
What's yours?
Wally?
Wally!
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No?
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
No?
Goodbye.
That was it. That's all you get. Wally!
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
So, okay. Alright, so we can't really go out there yet. I'm sure that will be important later. That brings us out here, and there's...
This way leads back.
Okay, there's only the one exit out of here. You know, we never actually went in the church. Maybe I can steal something. Ooh!
Goodness me, look at these box pews.
Hey, Shady Gravedigger Man, who's the fresh grave for? That's actually a good question.
Architecture, even for the Normans.
That's actually a good question. I should ask.
Is that a necklace?
Can I have it?
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner.
Or use it to open a tab at the bar.
The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. I've seen a similar design in other Norman churches around England, but this is a particularly impressive example.
You can lock people in the pews? Is that wise?
A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. Those have seen better days. I've no time for such things. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
Jesus Christ.
Extraordinary craftsmanship. I can admire the craftsmanship from afar.
Thomasina has no fondness for organized religion then. Hey, you know anything about this necklace? Mr. Planchy?
Good day.
Thank you for your
Lord.
Should I just wave this at people?
Excuse me, I found this necklace inside the church. Is it yours?
No, pet. Perhaps someone left it behind yesterday. You keep hold of it for now. I'll ask around at the next service.
Are you sure?
I trust you.
I am pawning this shit the first chance I get. This is probably locked, right? Yeah.
It's locked.
But of course. But of course.
The path leads on. Back to the outskirts of Bewley.
Oh, I bet I know where this goes. Over by Cyril? Yeah, over by Cyril. Hey! Dickface. You know anything about this?
I don't wish to give that away.
I'm not giving it. I just want to ask him a goddamn question. Jesus. Also, is there anything else in the woods? This is such lovely pixel art, I gotta say. This is such a pretty scene. Hole.
No doubt home to many a woodland creature.
The
path continues through the woods. I have no desire to go rooting about in there.
But there may be valuables that we can use to drink.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait.
What the shit?
Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Or am I?
The men look like they've spent many a long day exposed to the harsh moorland weather. The path continues through the woods.
Who are these guys up to?
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
If you say so.
I do. I'm sorry,
I
but it's
do.
not safe to walk through here while we're working. By order of Lord Panswick.
Pantswick?
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
Horace.
I am indeed.
Who's that piece of
Tell
shit back
me,
there?
Who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
I disagree.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work.
Town has a
He
governor?
lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
No.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Bewley.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
That's okay. I don't tend to ask permission for these things.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
No, I still have one more
Do
option.
you know where I can find a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Exploration. Delicious. Alright, well that netted me nothing except more questions. Now there's a Lord Pantswick involved. Lord Pantslick? Lord Pantsick? What's this a ways? Hi.
She has a puckish little face. Good
Puckish.
day, little one. What's your name?
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't worry, child.
What is your
I
name,
agree.
little one?
Jane.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jane. My name is Thomasina.
Beat some Wally ass. Maybe knows Lord Farquaad.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss.
I think that's what we call a creek here in the States.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
She sounds like Peppa Pig. I can't unhear it.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing. Where did your
Yeah,
brother
I'm not
go?
so sure myself.
No, home maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
I can already tell Wally's a little shit.
Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there. Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Kick him into his little bollocks.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
Nope.
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Nope.
I have, yes.
What?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
You will?
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
Oh, this is a hell of a lead.
Please
Hot
find
damn.
Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will.
All right, we got this.
Goodbye.
We got
Bye,
this.
miss.
Oh, Wally, your days are numbered.
Damp rag dolls have been laid out to dry. in
Fuck
the
yeah,
tree.
disobedient children. A blessing to any stonewalled point-and-click protagonist.
I do enjoy the charm of a babbling beck. The water is icy cold.
What is it? A fossil?
Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilized ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece.
Steal it.
Hey! Stay away from that! It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Okay.
Fine.
Child, the second you leave for home, I'm stealing the shit out of that. Might call it a brook here, yeah. Babbling Beck, Babbling Brook. Sounds very similar. Alright. Wally, I'm coming for you. Should hire this kid to destroy him. Douglas got his number. Oh yeah, let's ask this guy about the grave. Oh no, we can't ask him about that.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business.
Shoot
around
your
here.
ass. That's what he means.
I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Naught to be found digging around in those things.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Ta-da. Nope, not the alley. God. What?
I see no sign of life within. The door leads. Good day.
Good day, you miserable little nothing.
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
That
I don't
does
see
look
it.
quite bad.
Oh, never mind.
Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides,
Goblin.
Myrtle is gone now. I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
Please explain.
Who are the fair folk?
The little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Weren't you
Wally,
listening?
There's no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave him a doll.
Where
Is
can I
this-
Follow the
Oh.
tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it.
Okay.
Think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Well, you shouldn't have tossed in the first
What do
place,
you
you
know
little
about Lord
shit.
Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
Goodbye.
Because you had a lot of money.
The road disappears over the horizon.
Okay, still can't do this. So this isn't where we're listening for the jingle jangle of fairy car keys or whatever. Maybe it's on the way to Mr. Shoulder's house. Kid knows how this shit works, yeah. The shoulder. Did I try... Wait a sec. I don't think I've been this way yet, have I?
I'm not sure if these are poisonous or edible.
I mean, that's a fairy
Looks like
circle.
something has been buried in the middle.
Oh, I think that's a fairy circle, isn't it? Those could definitely be interpreted as bells.
This path leads out.
Can we go this way?
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
I mean, there's houses out there full of more people to bother. Yeah, we need that trowel. Hopefully, old lady what's-her-face doesn't say anything.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Chekhov's trowel. So true, Gambatic. So true. Should dig up this grave while we're at it. Alright, well, we're gonna get cursed as shit for doing this, but... Game over.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Oh, shit.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame.
Yes, madame. Alright, need doll.
Miss Bowles looks cross. What's for supper, madame?
It'll be nothing but a glass of water and a worm if you don't fetch your dolly right this instant.
Good Christ, woman.
It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom.
Well, we better woob ourselves in there.
Fairies.
Alright.
Hello. There she is. There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Get your ass over here. Oh.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those
How
mushrooms
foolish
over there?
of you.
Yes?
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make
But
sure
I will
that you
anyway.
understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Daddy sucks.
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Well, whoever did it, just get it back. This is how we get to the Barrow, apparently. Ugh.
This must be Jane's ragdoll. Look at it writhing away. Look at it writhing away. There is something somewhat unsettling about its appearance.
It looks like Danny DeVito. Yeah, look at this small child having fun playing with toys.
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
You want to collect a few? Think you'll need them for anything?
How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it.
It's mine now.
At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed.
I can still look in the hole.
You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth.
Jesus Christ.
I've already taken one.
So we are actually gonna need worms for something. Amazing. Yep, wriggly worm.
It's little Kenneth.
It's little Kenneth. Or maybe she's just lonely. I'm sorry, I have to know. Can I dig up the fresh grave?
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
As you like, lady. You keep telling yourself that. Unless you do not in fact need a worm for something. We just need moral support from a Kenneth. It doesn't matter what Kenneth it is. You wanna... Oh. I guess we're not really borrowing it. I guess we're just keeping it for the duration of the video game now. All the best protagonists are at least a little weird. Very true. It's your lucky day, and mine too.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle!
Myrtle! Oh my god!
I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Come back!
God damn it, child.
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Hey, can I steal the fossil now?
I can't pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands.
Can we trowel it out?
The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock.
And I'm guessing a hairpin is too fine.
The hairpin isn't strong enough to remove the fossil.
We need an extremely specific tool. Maybe Kenneth could get it out for us. Alright, anyway. Oh,
hey!
God. I'm not sure running off in the deep wood is a good idea. We're gonna bind another damn soul to you soon, Myrtle. No!
Jane?
No! No, 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 no! I hate it.
Get out of there. Don't make me come in.
Oh, God.
Fine.
Oh, God.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Well, God damn you, Jane. I hate you so much right now. Dig it out.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand.
I'm sure this is fine. I'm sure this is fine.
Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod.
Who you calling Claude?
That should do it.
Oh, Jane. Hell is coming for you, child.
Jane!
Yes.
It's pitch black down there. Jane? Jane, come out this instant. I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
This is what that match is for?
Curses. The useless thing blew out.
Curses. Alright, so now we need a proper light source. We need an actual lamp or something. God, fuck off. Yep, so much for that match. Hopefully I can weasel another complimentary match out of Stuart. Or Stanley, sorry. There's soft lock because you have no way to stir fire. Hey, look at that.
I have one just like this. I have one just like this.
Yeah, I need one just like that.
Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, might I borrow your lantern?
Sorry, lass. I need it. My eyesight is not what it used to be. The extra light helps me see what I'm hammering.
I understand. I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them. This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Way to bring that down.
Quite. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
So I'm guessing...
The bucket is rusty and full of holes.
We don't need that.
This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
Oh, I think I've got an idea. So I think the idea is we steal the fossil and then we trade it to him for a lantern. Do I have to get it from our boxers to watch everybody so happy needs a drink? Hey, Douglas.
Hello.
Yes?
I can't ask to borrow his sword.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
That was gonna be my trick.
It's the vicarage.
Is he actually in at the moment?
I don't think anyone is home.
No. I need a tool.
A sharp hairpin. Could be useful.
Maybe I have to get it in my crate first. Maybe I can use the necklace for this.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it?
Jingle, jingle.
Aye, silver. That'll do.
That will do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
All right. So yeah, I think this is what we're doing. I think now we need to invite Mr. Long down here and get him drunk off his ass so he can't watch the shop. And okay, I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing.
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right.
Who
One
would
drink won't
who
take
would
long.
bother?
I shall
Really,
take you
Mr.
up
Long.
on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch.
God,
I
he's a
believe he
train
built that
nerd.
in 1828. In Newcastle, of course.
Train otaku. No one to commit a felony out here.
I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chin wag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
Okay. Am I gonna have to keep inviting him back over and over and over again until he gets destroyed? Alcohol seems like something this woman definitely does not need in her system right now. Agreed. Agreed.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt.
Yep, here we go.
I shall
Okay.
take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
We'll make our way again and again and again until you fall, Mr. Long.
The rear wheels are powered by coupling rods. Would you believe? The boiler had 2 flue tubes.
Oh,
2.
God.
There were nothing like
2?
it. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Curses. I'm starting to feel somewhat tipsy. I'm here to excavate Hobbs' Barrow, not Hobbs' barrels.
Imagine our protagonist is very adept at the pretending to care look. Something I could do about this?
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise, the man can truly hold his ale.
Well, damn. All right. Probably should
What
have
can you
discussed
tell me
that
about
first.
Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Hello.
Good day.
Here's soft luck because you're too
Can I buy
drunk.
you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt.
So I guess
shall take you up on your
I guess
offer,
we can
Miss
keep
Bateman.
repeating this.
Let us make our way.
Bewley is the latest of many additions to the Midland Railway line. Speaking of change, I hear the whole frontage of Derby Station is being rebuilt. Designed by an architect by the name of Tubshaw, if I remember correctly. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss
Wait.
Bateman.
May just slip him something stronger. Yeah, the
Mr.
problem
Long
is.
can really put away a drink. Thank goodness I've switched to water.
Ahaha. Clever. I can't interact with his mug though. Wait. There's a thought now.
I must say, last.
Oh yeah. Can I?
I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise, the locals would be rolling them into their cellars.
Ah, okay.
Sturdy-looking barrels.
Okay, these are not used to store ale. They just put the empty barrels out there. Just brute force repetition. It could be. I don't know.
Hello.
The game so far has been very straightforward with its leads.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up
Like
on
they
your
seem
offer,
they
Miss
seem to
Bateman.
make it very
Let us
very
make our
clear, like unusually clear what you need to do, and it sounds like the man drinks like a fish. It sounds like I
It really
simply
is great to have
cannot
someone
get
you to
enough into
talk
him to knock him out.
I've so many more stories to share. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Yeah, I bet that one's going to repeat now.
Mr. Long can really put away a drink. Thank goodness I've switched to water.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't think repetition is gonna do it. The question then is, why do I have this worm? What is this worm gonna be good for? How long until you die of water poisoning? He watches you very intently. It's not this simple, is it?
I can't try to pick the lock.
Okay. You want a worm, buddy?
I don't think anyone really wants to see my worm.
Phrasing? We're still doing phrasing, lady. It just flashes worms at innocent town people. Looks up, do you want to hit? Not yet. Not yet.
Good day.
Yes.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
Goodbye.
Thinking about my options here. Oh, I have a map. Oh, goodness. Interesting. I guess you can teleport wherever you really need to go to do.
He looks a little chirpier than your average. Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lass?
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Follow me.
Can I get them both in here at the same time? Because then they'll start arguing.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Thanks, Indif.
Very droll, Cyril. Well,
Very
it's been a
droll.
pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
No, you just wait, sir. I've got an agenda. My tab is gonna be like $80,000 by the time I leave here.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Our way shall be different this time, sir.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Yeah.
Idiot! That station is the worst decision this place has ever made!
Idiot!
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Yep. Take all day if you have to. Fuck you, man. Excellent, excellent. Yes, good. Good. Now lockpicking. Which is, of course, a common tool in the archaeologist's arsenal. Definitely not the
Kenneth
grave
taught me this
robbers.
useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Some people can't resist the call of a good flame war. Ah, yes. Insulting people in the days before the internet. Hard to imagine these days. Excuse me, I must evangelize about the wonders of the railway.
In the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
Yes. In we go. Yes.
Let's open this envelope.
All right, Kenneth, you layabout,
note
you
inside.
lout. Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London. I cannot join you in Bewley. I packed your usual equipment and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch. You piece of shit.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back.
She's actually gonna get that to the
Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task.
Jesus Christ, lady.
Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother?
Pathos.
I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
Crate of goodies.
Wait.
Wait.
Where is my money?
Oh.
It's not in here.
No.
Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
You absolute liability.
It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah,
my favorite
lantern.
chisel.
It feels light.
Oh!
There mustn't be any oil inside.
Oh.
I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here.
Alright.
No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient. Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation.
Kenneth, you're fired. Looks to Worm. Kenneth, you're hired. Alright, we have an oilless lantern and a chisel. So maybe... time to steal local relics. So I guess we don't need to steal the man's lantern. We just, maybe we need his help filling up ours?
Look, we have the same lantern.
Aye.
We're lantern buddies. That's it. That's it. Can't believe she fucking did. Look, we have the same lantern. Oh, God. Anyway. I'll be taking this. Definitely not going to unleash any ancient curses or anything by doing this.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
I'm sure it's fine. Certainly enthusiastic about matching lanterns. But we're lantern buddies! Lantern friends for life! Oh, and I still have my chisel. How wonderful. Look, we have the same fossil! Fossil buddies!
What do you make of this ammonite?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar.
No, that won't achieve.
Alright, let's
Good
talk.
day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to
Here we go.
spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much
Hen's
coin
teeth,
do you
there we
have?
go.
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What could you
What can I
possibly
trade you
want?
for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
What can I...
Okay.
Thanks for...
Aye.
Surprise!
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that.
Worm him!
I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
So now it wasn't me that defaced the local landmark. It was this man.
There you are.
He took my hot goods.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
All right.
I need paraffin to fuel my lantern.
Oh, which we have. Shove it in there. Yes!
My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
All right. Time for the particularly horrifying part. All that to find a child in a hole. It's a very important child in what's probably going to end up being a very important hole. I hope she's still alive. She's been down there for quite... Okay, she is. She's been down there for quite some time.
Right. Let's put this lantern to good use.
Yeah, I know we're still on the first day of this game. Which surprises me.
Jane, come out at once.
That is Jane, right? Oh, God!
Goodness me.
Crawl for your life!
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting
She's really
for
good at
you.
throwing her voice.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
Well then. Let us take our first gander at the titular Hobbs Barrow. Also, I really just like the word titular. Yeah, at least it wasn't a snake. I thought it was some skeletal thing until they did the close-up. That surprised me. Bird?
This path leads out over the moors. As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate. The gate opens out into a vast tilled field. The empty bucket smells of rancid milk.
Ew. Good.
What a wild-looking thing.
Called a goot.
Easy, girl. I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
He's just bleeding at you. It's not that big a deal.
The entrance to the farmhouse.
Anyone home?
What do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
Hobbs Barrow.
I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
I'm sorry, last
Was there a
time?
previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, what, 25 years ago? You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye.
Oh.
I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong.
Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
You lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Well, that's disturbing.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife. I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I
Don't
manage
worry
rather
about that.
well without one, Mr. Bryden. You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time.
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow.
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd.
So,
I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
so perhaps we weren't invited by Mr. Schultz.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him.
Oh
He
yeah,
sends his
I know what
workers
you
here
mean,
to
Drake.
pick up the
Drake
crops.
now.
I see.
Of course, again, very, very period accurate.
That's quite an intimidating goat you own.
The old girl does a better job of protecting this farm than any hound would. She still produces a lot of milk for us, so we forgive her temper.
You say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
Alright, I'm sure he's gonna refuse, but we gotta try.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
See, my personality is the type where I wouldn't push this. I'd be like, yep, that's legit. All right, have a good one. But
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What
I'm
proof
none of
have
those.
you
I'm a
of your
Thomasina.
claims?
You wish to see proof...
I can't let... What proof have...
Thanks for your...
Ta-ra.
proof that I'm a... Here, have some letters.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see.
To Worm. Should have
Don't
shown the
make
worm.
me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting outdo with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow, set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, I need to save. All right. I do want to see the Barrow before I end for the night, but my earbuds just died. So I need to take this off. I need to switch to my headphones, and I probably need to restart the game. Probably. Pop. Just a moment. For me to get readjusted here. So excited in her tone over is you're gonna hate and die. She's driven, all right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the game. Okay, hang on. Worms Barrow. Oh, put this back down then, can't I? There we are. All right. All right, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Tiny bit more. Got to see the Barrow. I was actually kind of hoping I could finish this first day. I mean, I can't believe I've been streaming this all night and I'm still technically, well, not the actual first day, but like the first full day. Continue. Yes, here we are. All right. Good. Yes, good.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Probably should have. Meaty game.
Perhaps I could take a closer look.
AR.
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
Oh, shit.
Hobbs Barrow.
We've done it, chat. We've arrived. It's a big pile of dirt. Pirates are here.
A barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kenneth Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
She's sensing.
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Three, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come.
Oh, Daddy, what have you done? Hey,
Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Remember, dig greedy and deep, and let no one stand in your way. There's a trowel and there's dirt. Yes, excellent.
Daddy told me I should always carry a trowel on my excavations. Now I'm ready.
Trowel it.
Nothing here.
That's right, little bird. I buried nothing for you. It's a waste of time.
No treasures here.
Aha!
Treasure!
Treasure!
Daddy, I found the treasure! Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it.
Oops!
All right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Drops it instantly. The dirt closes the cutscene, of course. She tired or crying?
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate. I do have a feeling.
Yeah. Okay. Genuine looted artifact, only the finest for my child. Oh, it's getting late. I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
It helps as he just kind of zooms along. Oh, no more cakes today. Ooh, a fog is set in. Ominous. Mysterious. I see a cat here. I feel like there's a little cat imprint on the wall. We do not fear what lies beneath.
Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass. 'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
Just curious.
How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favorite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you
Game
gave
Store would
me
make a
today.
great movie.
The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England.
Here we go.
It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England. I document all my findings.
But what do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along, then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
These are the workmen out in the woods, I
This
believe.
local chap looks thoroughly intoxicated.
I just noticed this guy doing the knife game over here.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady?
Nothing.
Piss off.
Jesus.
You heard the man.
Charming.
Charming and disarming. Hit.
He's engaged in a bout of pin finger.
Is that what
Such a brutal hobby.
Is that what it's called? Pin finger?
Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it.
Ah, Cyril's here.
It's Herbert, the local stray.
Pet
I
cat?
don't wish to wake him up.
Fair enough.
Cyril seems gruff and unwelcoming, but I sense he may be a kind man under this facade. Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now, bugger off and leave me to me drink.
He seems even more wound up than usual.
Cyril, I'm okay with. The rest of these guys can go fuck themselves. But Cyril, I think he's earned it.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh. Remember
Oh.
what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
Mr. Tillett doesn't appear to be here tonight,
Please, leave that place be.
which is
Come
surprising.
this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
So that was a
A
drink.
mug of your finest ale, please.
Might as well make the most of this tab while we have it.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Lovely. Alright, off to bed, I guess. Actually, hang on a sec. Can I actually get in here?
I must say,
Yeah, she won't go in there anymore. Does she actually go back outside?
the sun has set and rain has swept in. I shan't go out again tonight.
Alright, I suppose that's what we've got then.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Yeah, we're not gonna disturb the cat. He's sleeping. Oh, shit, what? Oh, it's Tillet.
How are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
Sure, one won't hurt.
Won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillet. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
Especially the volumes that you drink.
Maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be.
Clunk.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillet was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
A signed
Find
ally.
all manner of riches on your digs.
Oh, maybe that's why
Barrow
he's
digging
excited.
is not all success, Mr. Tillet. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine.
Paraphernalia is
Every
another great
stone
word.
carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillet?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind. She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillet. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected as a favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillet. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him.
Yeah, he is still
I
alive.
visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was.
Ooh.
I am in a state of suspended
Dangerous
mourning
words.
for a man caught between life and death.
Understandable, but dangerous.
Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't.
But I will.
But I did. And another after that. And another.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Brace yourselves.
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull.
Okay. This is much more reserved than I was expecting. I thought they were just gonna belt it out. Okay. Oh no, it's Gamer Sky. Hello, sir. I'm selling these fine leather jackets.
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this? Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
My father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go. One more thing. This is not a dream.
Oh, Jesus, okay. Second day, Expiscor? Expiscor? Expisser. 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 Okay, then. Well, that was a lot of important information right there.
Terrible sleep.
Because you weren't sleeping, obviously. What's up, Helvey? Tech Dog and partner in bed. Is the game still great? Yes. Game is getting real good now. And in fact, I'm going to stop right here. I wanted to get through the first full day, and I did. And we got a lot to think about and a lot to cover tomorrow. And I would love to recap, but I don't. Since you're here, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. So we'll just yeah, we'll just reconvene tomorrow night and see how the second day treats us. But it already sounds like it's going to be very, very, very eventful. Because that was a really interesting tidbit about her father. The Barrow of Hobbs shall continue, yes. Its secrets must be plumbed. or whatever dire fate awaits us. So yeah, this is great. I am loving this. This is super, super good. I love the atmosphere. I'm loving the story. These first couple hours have been a bit of a slow burn, but a very satisfying one. And I mean, if I can get through the original Black Mirror, this is nothing compared to that. So, but yeah, you definitely owed yourself to play this one. This is really good stuff. I saw it auto save. I'll save just in case, but I'm sure it's fine. Oh, my pleasure, Drake Nell. My exquisite, singular pleasure. This is lovely. This is everything I hoped it would be. It is intriguing. It is beautiful. It's well written, well acted, well paced. Just mwah, I love it. So, there's your schedule, I guess. Tomorrow, more Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Possibly more on Wednesday. It seems like it might be a bit longer than I was led to believe, and I am totally okay with that. That is actually a very exciting prospect. Power Hours on Thursday. Still haven't gotten to the Game Boy section. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember now. Friday, I don't have any plan yet. We'll see what we're doing. I'm thinking probably gonna be some kind of indie indie variety night, or looking at something like a first look at something that I've been meaning to do. But yeah, play it by ear, just like I did tonight. I mean, tonight certainly worked out. So good helping you stabilize. Dizziness has gone, blood sugar better. Thanks for keeping our night warm and interesting. My pleasure, and I am so happy to hear that you're feeling better. If I had even the tiniest bit to do with that, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. So maybe I can improve things even more for you tomorrow night. So for now, though, let's go find somebody to raid. Let's go see who's up. I think tonight it shall be... Shall it be? What shall it be? What shall it be? I am going to send you over to Queen Dino Baby. They're doing art, as it happens. See. Yeah, I'll send you over here. See what kind of art they're doing. All right, gang. Yes, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Thank you very much for joining me for the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. It's always, always a bit of a question when I launch into a newer, more recent game, like how it's going to strike everybody. But it seems like this one seems to be firing on all cylinders for all of us, and I am very, very thankful for that. I'm already so looking forward to the Tomorrow Night stream, but it'll be here before you know it. So hopefully I'll see you then. Until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.